Welcome to Some Good Tea, where we drink some tea and share some tea. I'm your host, Katie, and today I'm being joined by a new guest, Melissa Rodway. She is a published author and an accomplished journalist, and today we will be discussing her newly released book, The People You Meet. It was released earlier this year and is a travel memoir of her travels in Southeast Asia. We will be discussing the journeys that she took to bring this book to your shelves, and we are enjoying Vanilla Peppermint tea by Yogi while we talk about her journeys through not only the real world to bring this book to you, but also in editing, how she learned to write such beautiful details, and the wonderful people that she met along the way. Let's jump into the episode. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're so excited to have you on.
Thank you, Katie. It's a real pleasure. Happy to be here.
You're coming to us from a very long distance away. We really appreciate you making the effort. It's wonderful to have you here. And today we are enjoying some very lovely tea. It's by Yogi. I've only had them on a couple of times before, but we're having their vanilla peppermint tea. It's a very refreshing, cozy blend, perfect for a chilly evening. I don't know quite what it's like where you're at with the weather just yet.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm in Toronto, in
yeah.
Canada, and we have had winter. We had a well, I won't say a big storm, but big enough on Sunday and Monday. Montreal, which is beside us, I mean, it's a 6-hour drive, but it's our
Hmm.
neighbor. They have been hit pretty hard already. So
Oh,
winter
wow.
is happening here in this part of Canada, that's for sure.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
I love winter. I love the snow. I've been dying for it to finally get cold here. We're still hanging out in the 60s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a winter person too, and I don't think I think that can be a rare thing. Certainly in Toronto, there's not a lot of winter lovers, so most people roll their eyes at me when I tell them I love snow and winter, but it's always nice to meet a fellow winter person.
Yeah. There's just so much to do in the snow. There's so many fun things to do and to play. It's
Yeah.
great. And I love skiing so much.
Hmm.
So you gotta have snow if you're gonna ski.
I mean, if you don't have a winter hobby, it must be the worst time of
Yeah.
year, you know? I mean, depressing. So you have to find something to do. Otherwise, why bother? Why live then?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, that's my biggest advice to people who struggle with the cold and the dark and things like that. You have to find, even if you're not an outdoorsy person, you need to find something that you will enjoy and look forward to.
Mhm.
But there's so much. There's so
Yeah.
much to enjoy, you
I
know?
know. I also think it's such a really good time of year to be lazy. It's
Yes.
dark. Like, why not just enjoy the excuse of watching Netflix or reading a
Yeah.
book or whatever you want to do? I mean, come on. It's like it's so obvious that that's what we're supposed to also do.
It's literally perfect. I'm gonna butcher this. I think it's the Dutch and Swedish culture. They have the word. It's like huge.
Yeah, hygge or something. Yeah,
Who
I
who
think it's
is
Finnish.
it Finnish?
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure I'm saying it wrong. I don't know. It's bad, but yeah, it's to get cozy and cuddly and when it's
yeah,
dark and miserable outside and you get a book and you're by the fire and yeah,
totally. I love
that's
it.
that's the thing to do. They have a word for that thing.
Yeah, yeah, we
I-
just can't say it.
No. No.
But that's
But
okay.
I
We're
love the
allowed.
concept. That's
You
exactly the
do.
thing to do.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because it is. I do agree. Being cold is miserable.
Hmm.
Yeah. But
Well, it is, but if you dress for it,
mhm.
it's manageable, right? So a lot of people also don't dress for it. So
Yeah, you have to
I'm,
know how to.
yes, you have to know how to do it.
It's
Yeah.
very true. But
Hmm.
this is not what we're here to talk about. We're going to be talking about, and we kind of go on tangents on my podcast, and that's fine. But we're here to talk about writing and
Nice.
storytelling. You've written a book.
I wrote a book. I wrote a book that came out this year. It's called The People You Meet. And what I learned is that there's not just one book called The People You Meet, there are a few.
There's probably a few.
So
Yeah,
there's a few.
that's
So my
okay.
book is The People You Meet. Yeah. And my name is Melissa Rodway. So if anyone wants to read it, make sure that that's the one you look for.
Yes. Well, and don't worry, guys. There'll be a link in the description. You can see her on my website. She's got a lovely website as well. Great blog. You can find her on Instagram and Facebook. You travel all over the place. You have a very exciting life.
Oh, I don't have a very exciting life. I have a pretty normal life, but it's there are chapters where I inject some big adventures into it and then I go back to being pretty normal. But
That's fair.
yes. Yeah,
That's very
it's
fair.
how I've managed to do it. So yeah, it's good. It's fun.
I think that's awesome. Well, let's jump right into it if you're ready. I'm gonna
Mm.
roll my dice and we'll see where the questions lead us, and you'll get to tell our listeners how you went from like 1 year never having written a book to
Mm.
now this year you're a published author.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Ooh, our first question is gonna be question number 7. What? Oh, I this is a great first question, I think, for you. What writers, either ones that you have met or ones that you have read, helped you to become a writer yourself?
Oh, that's a very good question. Um, my favorite writer when I was in public school and high school is Canadian. Her name is Margaret Atwood. Do you know Margaret Atwood?
Yeah, I do. I love her.
Yeah, she wrote such amazing books for women, especially
Hmm.
back in the day, and still does.
She really
Uh,
does.
yeah, and then of course we have The Handmaid's Tale, which is
Yeah.
based on her book. So for me as a young girl, she was just bold. I felt she was very bold with her characters, bold with the descriptions, ahead of her time, really, I think in
Hmm.
so many ways, and just fearless about what she wanted to say, what she wanted to write, how she wanted to, put them in certain situations. And I don't write like this at all. I cannot write stories that aren't true, but I think that she has given me the confidence to write with honesty and not be afraid of like sharing the good, the bad, the ugly, the honesty, all that kind of stuff. So her I love. And also John Irving was huge for me at certain parts of my life because he's very funny and I do write
Yeah.
with humor. So I would say those two, they're very different writers, but he was, it was, I would just laugh out loud with his
Yeah.
books and his characters. And I like that. I like to have a good laugh. So I do write with a lot of humor and honesty. So I would say the two of those have certainly influenced me.
That's fantastic. That's really fantastic. I feel like, I don't know, people who are they're in the world of writing or you're trying to become a writer, you'll hear the advice all the time to read. But it's really true. You want to get a broad perspective and get the insights of other people's experience. And I love that you took from these two very different styles and these very different experiences and learned from them. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Yeah, and I think that every writer has a different way of using language, and
Mm,
Margaret Atwood would probably not appeal to everybody because it's
yeah,
not always easy reading, right? Like sometimes you have to
yeah.
reread things, or she has interesting way with words. And I write like that a little bit as well. So I just think all of that is, I mean, everybody, no matter how many people you read or what influences you, you do pick up on different things. And then
Hmm.
maybe it's osmosis, right? In your own
Yeah.
style, whatever starts coming out. But yeah, I think reading other people certainly just, yeah, expands everything for you if you're a creative person.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, and I find too that like if I'm stuck creatively,
Mm,
it can just help get the juices flowing. I don't know how else to put that, right? But
yeah.
like if it's just not if there's a scene that's not working or something that's just not quite fitting into place and I need to rework it. Taking a break from being
Mhm.
the creator and become the consumer for a little while, um, can be helpful. It can be really helpful.
Yes, I
Um,
totally agree.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and good to get out of your head, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think, yeah, I mean, there's so many people now that are listening to audiobooks, which there's no judgment here
Oh,
from me.
no, no.
But it is cool when in your own head you've created like their voice and how,
Yeah.
how they sound, and that there's so much creativity in reading and using your imagination. I mean, it does, like as you were saying, if you need an infusion of your own creativity, certainly that helps, right?
It's so true. It's so
Yeah.
true. Yeah, when I read versus when you listen, you're using different parts of your brain, like literally. We learn differently when we've listened to something versus when we've read something versus when we've watched something. Um, and I enjoy all of the above. I definitely have my like audiobooks, I have my Kindle, but like I like having the hard copy.
Me too.
I'm that person. I'll never not have
Hmm.
the pretty book on the shelf. Like
Yeah,
I
there's something
want
about,
it.
yeah, and that tactile experience, right? I
Mm-hmm.
agree. Me too. I have to have
Yeah.
that also.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to read like at the end of the day at night, even if I'm exhausted, even if it's 1 in the morning
Oh
or 2 in the morning,
yeah.
and it's like read to the point where it's falling on your face and you're like, okay,
It's
this is over. But
yeah.
there is something about that whole experience that just transports you, relaxes
Mm-hmm.
you, makes you feel like you're in a different place. Like I love that. I love that ending to the day.
Yes, me too. Well, and like an audiobook still I can still get lost in my imagination and everything like that. But like I can very easily, and maybe it's just me, but I can very easily like pause it, turn it off, and then move on.
Mm,
But like with an actual book, it's like, ah, I can read one more chapter.
yes.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's the you can't put it down kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
And you're so focused. I mean,
Yeah.
audiobooks, you can be walking, you can be cleaning the
Oh,
bathroom, you're kind of not 100%, in my opinion, you're not 100% there sometimes.
always.
Yeah.
Anytime and maybe this makes me a bad person, but like anytime I'm listening to an audiobook, I treat it the way I kind of treat music.
Yeah,
I'm doing something else at the same time.
exactly.
I almost feel like that's a testament to our busy society
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
like we're so busy that we have to do two things at the same time all the time.
I know. It's crazy, hey?
It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
We're,
little sad.
it's really sad.
It's a little bit sad.
Uh-huh.
You know?
I will say though that I mean those things have helped me do the dishes. I hate like cleaning my house. I hate
Oh
all of it.
gosh.
And
I
so
yeah.
this technology has certainly assisted me with it being bearable. Like
I
listening to something. Sometimes I watch Netflix while I like do the dishes.
yeah. I have so I have like this whole, open concept situation, you know. So like there's you can see my TV from
Yep.
the kitchen. So like I have to bribe myself to do the dishes to because I hate
Yeah, hate it.
dishes and laundry are my
Yeah.
nemesis.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
have to bribe myself to fold the laundry or whatever. So it's
Mm.
like, okay, Katie, if you're a good girl, you you can listen to your favorite book or whatever or watch the show, but you have to
Uh-huh.
do your chores.
I know. Same.
It's but it does work.
It does work. It makes it much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
So I'm with you, Katie.
Yeah, it's a real struggle. It's a real struggle. Well, that was a great first question, but we're gonna move
Yeah.
on from this
Okay.
tangent and see where we go next. You see how this works? It
I
just
do. Yeah, it's
becomes
great.
tangents.
Yep, perfect. I like tangents.
Oh, we just keep going down. We got a two. Um, since you don't know, lower numbers are usually bad when it comes to a 20-sided dice.
Oh,
To
really? Why is
Yeah.
that?
Um, so in the world of Dungeons and Dragons or tabletop role-playing games, a 20-sided dice, typically the highest number you can get is a 20. The lowest number you can get is a 1. A 1 typically means that you're automatically going to fail on whatever you're trying to accomplish.
Mm.
A 20 means you're automatically going to succeed on whatever you're going to accomplish. Uh, I have subtly mirrored that in the questions that I've written.
Okay, exciting.
So as we go down, the questions just get a little bit spicier.
That's all right.
Yeah. And it's okay if you don't have an answer to these questions, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for question number two, what is the hardest thing for you to craft in your writing? Is it big picture stuff, little details, dialogue type scenes? What is really, really hard for you to do?
Yeah, so I only write about my life and what I
Hmm.
know. Um, so if I ever had to do like dialogue, it would be word for word what's going on, in
Mm.
that situation. But what was interesting in writing this book is I think that we um forget to describe things. We assume because it's
Mm.
happened to us, especially if you've written a memoir or it's about travel or whatever. For
Yeah.
me, I was there, I know what I took in, and I when I gave my manuscript to a friend of mine who's an editor, they said,
Yeah.
we need more. I
Oh,
need to know more. I need to know the color of the grass. I need to know this. I need to
yeah.
know that. And that happened to me a few times, and I had no idea because in my head it's like they can they get it. I've done it,
Hmm.
but you don't realize like that other people aren't getting, what they've read. So that was really eye-opening for me, actually. And
Wow.
I think that's a lesson learned for me. So I would like to write another book, and the next time I'll have to really keep that in mind to be like, okay, I
Hmm.
have to really just. And then it was funny because a lot of the feedback from people has been like, oh my gosh, these descriptions are amazing. I feel like I'm there. And like you totally captured this area or this scene or whatever. So it works. And thank
Yeah.
God my friend like pointed it out to me. But yeah, the next time I do something like this,
Hmm.
that will be the area for me that I have to like remember.
Really,
Yeah.
really emphasize. I love that. I really love that because I feel like for a lot of people, like whatever genre you have that you're working on, when you can find your weakness, if you really, really pin down on it and work on it, it can then turn around and become your best
Mm-hmm.
feature in your work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, like especially with that feedback that you're getting. That's fantastic. I love that.
Yeah,
That's
which is
not
really
even
helpful.
something I would have like, because I've never even attempted that type of a genre, like
Mm.
self-reflective, like autobiographical or anything like that. I wouldn't even know where to start. And that's not a problem that I would have even thought of, but it makes a lot of sense because we, yeah, I wouldn't think like, oh, I should describe what the sky
Mhm.
looked like that day or the color of the curtains. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like they say the devil's in the details, right? And
yeah,
had I not had that feedback, my book would not have been nearly as good.
yeah.
So yeah, I guess yeah, we think we've delivered the message, but we haven't always. For you? What's like the thing that for you in your writing? Same question back at you.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I feel like for me, um, it's almost like if, and it might be different depending on like what I would say versus what someone who's critiquing my writing might say. So I don't know. I feel like I'm too verbose.
Mm, I have that
Um,
too. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
right? Like
Hmm.
I feel like I almost wax poetic too much.
Yeah.
Uh, I like to describe things. I like to paint the picture.
Hmm.
Um, and I and that can slow your pacing down significantly if you get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
So, uh finding the balance of building the scene, making it pretty, bringing in
Hmm.
the emotion without losing the pace and making it drag,
Yeah.
you know?
That I can do that. Like for me, I'm too verbose when it comes to my feelings or like
Yeah.
just like how I feel about a person.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, the message has been sent, like
Yeah.
tear it down.
Like repeating yourself without
Yeah, talking in
intending
circles.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
tough one for me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I feel like I'm really good at action scenes. I'm really good with dialogue. Like if I put myself into that kind of brain, I'm good. But as soon as I slow the pace down and I do this like slow sweeping whatever scene, then I just get lost in the poetry. And
Mm.
yeah, we're gonna be there for a while and that's when I have to really start cutting back.
Wow.
So,
I admire people who can write fiction. I cannot do it.
it's different. I mean, it's everybody has their thing,
Yeah,
right? Like
totally.
everybody has their skill set.
Yeah.
I because of like my work and stuff, I had to learn how to do like scientific writing
Right.
and use like a completely different side of my brain. Uh And that was impossible. Like that was so hard. But those are like the only two things I know how to do.
I think those are two really good things to know how to do. So you're doing
That's
just
fair.
fine.
That's fair. But yeah, I don't know. I think I enjoy like the craft of like writing and
Yeah.
um obviously
Yeah.
because of the podcast.
It's fun, right? To play with words is
Yes.
a real joy, actually. I like that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Words and language and everything. It's cool. It's fascinating to me. I find like my honestly my biggest regret again goes back to my like career choice. I had the option in high school. They were like, "Well, you could do English and you can do Spanish or you could do French or you could take Latin." So I took Latin. Because I was
Hmm.
like, oh, that'll be useful for my career. It wasn't. So it's my biggest regret that I never actually learned a useful language that's actually used now.
Hmm.
Um, but maybe one day, because I
Yeah.
love like the English language and language in general is so fascinating to me. So maybe
Hmm.
one day I'll learn to speak another language.
Absolutely. You're
Yeah,
not dead yet, Katie.
it's true. Not yet. We're we're working on it, but not yet.
Oh dear.
Oh goodness, I know the struggle is real. Isn't this tea
Mhm.
just lovely? You picked a
Yes,
good one.
I like it because it's also good for your digestion.
Yes, Yogi is a fun brand. They love to be like good for you, good
Hmm.
for the environment, and still tasty.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
like
nice
that.
thing.
Yeah, yeah, it's really nice. I really
Hmm.
appreciate it. It was lovely. Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alrighty. Well, let's see where we end up next. We can
Okay.
get out of this little hole we're in. Ooh, that was a 16.
Okay, we're climbing.
Yeah, your luck has changed. What do you do, or what did you do while you were working on your draft and you would get stuck?
Hmm. Well, this book actually is comprised of emails. So this is a
Oh.
Yeah, this is a travel memoir.
Yeah.
So I was traveling through Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, and China.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting a bit cagey because for me, I need a purpose to be on trips after a while, after a few weeks. I mean,
Yeah.
as a traveler, it's fun, but you need to do something, you know?
Yeah, it makes
And
sense.
yeah, and I was with a partner who his purpose for being there was to research some hotels and
Mm-hmm.
travel routes and things like that.
Yeah.
So I started to get a little bit like, what's my purpose in this?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
while we would be on very long buses and trains, sometimes like, 12 to 36 hours, I was going over the things that would have happened to us that week. And this was in 2010 actually that this trip happened. So we
Okay.
didn't have cell phones. We
Wow.
had internet cafes where you could find them, which I know a lot of people can't relate to. And the odd like hotel that might have a computer in the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
So it was only like once a week or so that you were sending emails back to family and friends. So
That
for me,
sounds like just literally thinking about that, that sounds like such a relief right now.
yeah.
Like that
Yeah,
sounds nice.
it was nice actually. I mean, there's pros and cons to all of that,
Oh,
but that was
certainly.
the way that it was.
Yeah.
So I actually, yeah, the chapters of this book were emails basically that I sent home at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And they just people really liked it and they started sending it to other people. So long story short, I put the book out 15 years later because
Yeah.
I went in and out of deciding if I would do something with this or not. Do I,
Yeah.
don't I, do I, don't I? And then finally, in 2024, I sent these emails, which have been edited many times in these 15 years.
Yeah.
I sent it to my friend, the one who helped me with telling me I needed to be more descriptive, and he's an
Yeah.
editor. And he just said, I said, do I do it or not? And he said, do it. He read it and he's like, yes, there's something here. You must do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was very lucky in this that really the groundwork had been done.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did for the last year and a half was basically revisit, re-edit,
Mm-hmm.
add some things in, take some things out. So I was very lucky. But the next project that I'm going to work on is like starting from scratch. And
Oh,
yeah, so it's going to be a very different process. So I do
yes.
feel like I was quite lucky with this, that, I had done the bulk of the work a long time ago.
Yeah. You basically you created your first draft one email at a time,
Yes. Yeah.
which is like such a dynamic drafting process.
Yes. And it was interesting because I was getting immediate feedback, not in like, oh, don't say this or don't do that, but it was like
No, it's
people
like
loved
real
it.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people started sending it to their friends and their
Yeah.
family who I didn't know. So that was what made me feel like there was something in this that could be a
could
bigger
could be something bigger, that it wasn't
yeah.
just like, oh, your family's happy to know that you're alive while you're abroad kind of vibes.
Yes,
You
exactly.
know, that it's like, oh, not only do your immediate relatives know that you're experiencing something beautiful, but that like a broader audience is being affected by this, care
Hmm.
about this,
Hmm.
and find meaning in this.
Yeah, and we're like, I was getting comments saying, "Well, we can't wait for the next one. I look forward
Mm,
to yeah." So
yeah.
that was pretty cool thing to experience as a first time writer,
Writer.
really,
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was how this happened, but that won't happen for me again.
I mean, I suppose
Mm.
you could find a way to like travel again and do that's kind of where the whole thing of travel blogs came up with, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and the irony is that that was in 2010. So travel
Yeah.
blogging was actually that was the moment that it started. 20
That
and
was like
I
the height of when it all became a thing. So you were
so I
doing it by
stupidly
email.
I
Yeah.
know I stupidly should have been putting all
Yeah.
these things on a blog, but
You should have
but if
been
I
making
had then I
money.
I know. I could have had a very different life, but
They
that's
could have
okay.
subscribed and everything.
I know.
But
Yeah,
instead,
but
you had to
yeah.
publish a book. Oh,
No, I know.
dang
Yes.
it.
But you know what? In some ways as well, the things that you could say that we got away with saying in 2010, you can't say them now. That
That's
I
fair.
did have to edit some of that stuff. And
Yeah,
if
that's
I
fair.
had have put that out, I might not have done so well.
Hmm.
So maybe there's a reason, right? Maybe
Yeah,
there's a reason.
yeah.
But anyway,
Hindsight, you know.
yeah, yeah, that's the gift that keeps on giving.
It's it's fascinating how like things can change so much because like 2010 it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but it really was. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
15 years. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot changes in 15 years, and a
Yeah.
lot doesn't.
It's true. That's
Mm-hmm.
very true.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What a unique, like, it's such a unique way to come about having a book, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Thank you. And it was fun to revisit it because I was 35 when I did that trip at 2010. I'm 50 now.
Hmm.
And I wanted to stay very true to who I was at 35 when I wrote those emails. So at, 48, 49, when I was re-editing it,
Hmm.
sometimes I was like, oh, wow, that you were, that's interesting that that's how
Aw.
you felt. But I was like, no, that's who that person is. And I'm going to leave it. And like, I'm 35. And so I'm going to be 35. And, you don't change that much. But at
Yeah.
50, there's a few things where I'm like, wow.
No, but I think that's important, like
Yeah,
having that
totally.
like grace to your past self,
Totally.
you know?
Totally. Because yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was a huge injustice to alter it to my current state. It's not the same story, right? You have to be true to the
No.
story. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think it would have been a different story.
Hmm.
Like whether you did major edits or not. Like there's one thing about like flushing it out, giving your audience more details so they can see what you saw and be in those places and experience it like they were walking there with you, you know?
Hmm.
But it's another thing to like change the experience as if you were there right now as the person you are right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that was not authentic. So I had to yeah, be true to that
Yeah.
35-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
hopefully you
I'm
weren't
not
too
that different,
crazy.
to be
Yeah.
honest.
Not too buck wild. Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, there might be a few things I left out, but yeah,
That's
it's
fine.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
that's fine. That could be like your special edition copy.
Could be. Yep, the after hours edition.
Yeah, yeah. Have like your like little Patreon subscription for people to get
Yes.
that one.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my gosh. How
Mm.
fun. I
Mhm.
just love that. It's just such a unique process to getting a book. Like when would you ever have thought that that would have been something that
It-
would have happened in your life? Like that's so cool.
Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, yeah. I think I always knew I wanted to write a book at some point,
Yeah.
and this just happened to be the book. And hopefully, there's another one in me, with all the things that you learn for writing one book. Yeah,
Hmm.
or I probably will make the same mistakes again writing the second one anyway. That's just how we go.
Yeah.
What do you? How about you? What's your theory on what you learn from writing and how it goes from one project to the next?
Oh gosh. I mean, it's messy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely messy. Um, for me, I mean, like my writing process is completely different. Um, but that's fine, you know. That's totally fine. I think everybody's process is very much unique to them in one way or another.
Hmm.
I'm in the middle of essentially redrafting a piece that I wrote unironically also 15 years ago.
Mm.
And it's been kicking around and I've I've redrafted it like a couple of times, but never had enough time to like fully rework the piece. But I wanted to get it ready for fully being published, and it's there, right? What I would call the like skeleton is all there, and it's been there for a while, like a long time. So now I've just fully jumped back into it and stripped it all down, and now we just get to start all over.
Mm.
And um it's essentially still the same story, right? But we just get to go back through and mature it, I guess you could say,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
from the writer that I was, you know, years ago to
Yeah.
like the writer that I am now.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, it's I'm still the same, like you said, like still the same person, but I've learned a lot and come a long way from like the other pieces that I've worked on and the education that I've had and the experiences that I've had and just being old.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's so true, actually, because I felt like that as well, like in editing my book from
Yeah.
15 years ago. I felt like yeah, I could see the easiest part actually was just like being true to who that person was, but I felt like my use of language was a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like my descriptions were different in that had come with age,
With
with
age.
experience, with yeah, just being in the world a bit more. And that was kind of fun actually
Hmm.
to see how that part of me had developed. Yeah, that's very interesting actually, like how you can see your growth in your writing from over a decade ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, and this, I don't know. I feel like this more goes out to like writers who are younger, right? Like when I was younger, I had just so many ideas, right? Lots and lots of ideas, and I didn't know what to do with them all, and I didn't know how to articulate all of them. And so I was just trying to scramble to get them out as much as possible, but
Mm-hmm.
being able to articulate them just wasn't there because I'd not been around long enough and I'd
Yeah.
not learned how do you give voice to this thing,
Yeah.
right? So now I can go back to those ideas and get back into the core of, well, this was a good idea. Now that we've learned how to make this come to life, let's go with it now,
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, like I like that you essentially did the same thing and had all of this patience with your past self
Mm-hmm.
and didn't give up on that. Like 15 years is a long time to then
Mm-hmm.
turn around and go back to something that was so long ago that you envisioned like, hey, this would be cool to turn this into something. Who knows what, but something.
Mm-hmm.
15 years is a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like you can be an author anytime.
Exactly. Yep.
You could publish a book anytime, and it's a long con. It's the long
Mm-hmm.
con that we're playing. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay for it to take years and years and years. Those
Mm-hmm.
years and years and years of patience and learning and experience are going to give you what you need to take that initial vision and turn it into something beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. That's something that I had to learn. I just want my four listeners who are young or whoever they are, be patient with yourselves, guys.
Yeah. I think too, for me in my story, because it was about my life, that
Yeah.
time away also, um, because I have a very good memory. So when I was revisiting this,
Yeah.
some of the people that I was writing about, I I could see them with the same eyes, but also with new eyes a little bit
Yeah.
and delve deeper into descriptions about them because I'd had all that time to kind of marinate in how they
Mm-hmm.
impacted me, what they were all about. Whereas in that moment when I was writing about them, it was more like this person stumbled upon me today. This is what happened, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like there's so much more to that, and time also allows you to like, yeah, to marinate in these experiences. And I was really grateful for that because that also helped my book a lot. The story, like,
Yeah.
it was enhanced by that. Just the time to process,
Mm-hmm.
how people come into your world and your experiences with them and how you can reflect that and describe that. It's very interesting.
Yeah. People are amazing.
Oh, yes.
Just how many people there are in the world, how different we all are, the different cultures there are, the different tea, the different foods, just the different experiences we can have with each other. And I feel like it would have just been so difficult to try to capture all of that just all at once, just in emails once a week or however often you
Yeah.
were sending them
Yeah.
to your family. Like that would have been so
Yeah.
difficult to try to capture it.
Well,
You
and
almost
sometimes, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say you almost needed all that time to marinate. Thank goodness you have such a good memory.
Yeah. And sometimes, I mean, back in those days, sometimes you only had a certain amount of time in an internet cafe. So you,
Oh
like,
yeah.
right? It wasn't like I was in there for 8 hours writing, writing, writing. So there's that too, in that time and place. It was
We
like a
would
matter
pay for
of,
them.
yeah, often, yeah.
Yeah. Usually you'd
Mhm.
pay for whatever amount of time of internet that you could
Yeah,
get.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Different time.
It was very strange. It was very strange. Goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
very
Yeah.
strange. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good though.
I think we only have time for one more question.
All right. That's good. I like these questions.
Thank you. I like them too. We were so close. We got question number 19.
Oh,
Why do you write?
that's a really good question because I ask myself that sometimes. Um, some of it is for what we spoke about. I like
Hmm.
playing with language. I like writing with humor. I feel like I'm a creative person, and that is me at my most creative is
Yeah.
like storytelling and getting things out and talking about my observations. Um, Sometimes the process is awful. There's a lot of sacrifice. Like
Yeah.
when I had to put this book together, a lot of my editing was done in the summer. So
Oof.
I had to be self-regulated and just be like, it's a beautiful day, but I'm gonna sit inside and I'm gonna write and edit all day.
Yep.
However, it's also addictive, right? Like
Hmm.
I didn't really mind missing out on a lot of my summer because once you get in it, it's so rewarding
Yeah.
and it makes you, I mean, you're kind of isolated, but if you're in it, I never felt alone or lonely.
No.
It was like a friend,
Hmm.
me, myself, and I writing. Um, and I think sometimes for me, it doesn't matter, if my world feels out of sorts and things are not going super well, when I write, that to me makes everything feel better again. And like, this is
Yeah.
what I'm supposed to do. And this is natural for me. And this is like your calling a little bit.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that in it for me. However, I will say that I haven't really had a lot of time to write lately, and I'm
Mm.
procrastinating. Like I know that there's something brewing and I want to do it,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
just like because I know once it starts, then you're in it,
It's,
and
yeah. You just
it's a
got to do it.
commitment. You got to do it, and
You
it's
got to
like an
do it.
itch that needs to be scratched. But
Hmm.
writing is like it's a double-edged sword, really. Like,
Yes.
there's a lot of pros, a lot of
A
cons.
lot
It's
of
not an
cons.
easy thing.
Yeah. I compare it a lot too because I also enjoy being very physically active. So
Hmm.
I compare it to like distance running or like going to the gym, you
Hmm.
know? Like
Yeah.
once you get there, you're gonna be like, "Hey, this is great. I got the endorphins. I feel good. This is
Yeah.
awesome." But just
Yeah.
getting there is
Yeah.
so hard.
It's so hard.
It's
I'm
so
in that
hard.
mode right now. But
Yeah.
it does feel yeah, I feel the same as you. I'm also an active person, and
Yeah.
I just feel like, yeah, it changes my entire mood
Oh yeah,
after I've been writing. I feel
immediately.
better. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I just feel like, okay, the world, it will be okay. Everything will be
Yeah,
okay.
we're good now. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I
Yeah.
got some words on a blank page and I'm happy now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's
Exactly.
wild how that can just like flip the
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
I find that even if I'm not like right now, I haven't sort of invested yet in another project, which I was alluding to possibly writing another book, and that's coming. But it could be
Yeah.
even for me like creating like an Instagram post where I do some writing in that. Even
Yeah.
that sometimes
Oh yeah.
scratches the itch for me, and it's like,
Hmm.
oh, okay, I feel better now because I use my tone is always the same. I
Hmm.
write very much like um, I'm speaking directly to you. You're right there with me. I'm sharing everything with you. That's sort of also the reaction I get from people. They say about my book, "Oh my goodness, I feel like I was right there on the journey with you. You're talking directly to me. I'm like right in your head." So
Hmm.
that's my always my tone.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to like get that out in any form, even if it's
Yeah.
an email or whatever it is, if
Yeah.
you can write something every day, it does feel better.
Yeah. No, it's very true. Well, and I love that that also works for you in your process too, because like, yeah, it doesn't really take much. Like I feel like a lot of us will beat ourselves up and we'll be like, well, you've got to get so many words or this or that, or you have to have a draft or this. And like, no, um, even if you're just working like teeny little bits at a
Hmm.
time,
Hmm.
that's helping you and
Totally.
that's making progress and
Yeah.
that's helping in your process. So like, yeah, that's fantastic. That's
Yeah.
really good. Well,
I just think it's,
especially,
sorry, go on.
oh, I was just going to say, especially if you are using your same voice
Hmm.
in
Yes, always.
every aspect of your life. That's
Hmm.
awesome. That's
Well,
absolutely awesome.
yeah, I think the more for me, that's all I can write about. I can only write about what I know about who I
Yeah.
am, etc.
Yeah.
And the more that you do that, the more, confidence you have
Hmm.
and honest you are and,
Yeah.
vulnerable you are, which is a good thing. So I just think it's interesting, right, that some of us are built with this talent. It's a talent. Not
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
can write. And we're I mean, it's like anything, some people are musicians, they're this and they're that, but I didn't ever think of myself as a creative person.
Yeah.
And then people started saying, when they read this, or they're just like,
Hmm.
"Oh, you're an artist," and
Yeah.
it's just so funny how we struggle with like anyone saying that to you because we have these ideas or boundaries around what that's supposed to
What it
look.
means.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. But I do relate to that, and just like what you're saying, like
Hmm.
when you do sit down to write, you feel better, and like the endorphins kick in, and to me, that's like that is the sign of someone who's a creative person or an artist or whatever. And this
Yeah.
is your art, and when your body is like, ah, thank you. It's
Yes.
so interesting, right?
Yeah.
That mind
Yeah.
body connection. Yeah.
Your body has this natural like creative energy that it needs to express like through over whatever your medium is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're just like restraining it all the time and suppressing it all the time, then you're gonna feel the like ick,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yes. Yeah, it's funny because lately I've been struggling a bit, and I know that that's why I'm like, I
Oh
know I
no.
just need to go do some writing and I will
Yeah.
feel better.
Yeah. Well, because
So,
you've crafted a novel, you've written
yeah.
a book, and you've really experienced what that's like, and now your creative side knows what you can do.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah,
body knows, doesn't it?
it knows. It's like if you've run your first like half marathon or something, and then you stop, and your body just knows,
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
just knows.
Yeah.
You're
Yep.
gonna go through withdrawals if you're not careful.
That's so true, actually. Yes.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
think we need to find you what your next book is going to be.
Oh, I know. I took a year off in 2023. It's going to be another I have one more travel book in me, and then
Oh,
that's the end
good.
of that. Yeah. Yeah. So I know what it is. I just have to get at it.
Just one little step at a time.
Yep.
This is novel writing November
Uh-huh.
that we're
Yes.
in.
That's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah. So here we go. So
So
November's
so
not over yet.
no, it's not. It's not. You can do it. Just a little bit at a time.
Oh, thank you, Katie. Yes.
Yeah, you would love it. You would absolutely love it. You know, it would make you feel better. And you now have all these people who are your fans who would
Mm.
also love it if you would write in November or
Yeah,
or
it's so
anytime.
anytime. It's funny because a lot of people have said, "When's your next book?" And that's
Uh-huh.
an amazing compliment, but also it's scary, a bit of pressure
Yes.
because you
Yeah.
just there's that fear. Will the next one be any good, as good, But who cares? It doesn't matter. That's the thing about writing is like you have to
Mm-hmm.
write for you, and if
You
people like
do.
it, great, and if they don't, they don't. So that's
Yeah.
how. Yeah.
Ultimately, it is for you. It
Yeah.
should be for you.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it should make you happy. At the end of the day, it should be because it makes you happy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It was funny because when I put this book out, I at first was like felt very ill for 3 weeks after I
Oh.
released it. Well, because it's
Oh.
very vulnerable, it's very honest.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? What have
Oh
I
no.
said? And then as soon as people started reading it and they loved it, it was like, okay, all right, it's gonna be all right. Because yeah,
Yes.
writing's very can
It's
be
very
very vulnerable.
vulnerable.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're bearing a piece of like your soul to just everyone. Not
Yeah.
just like we say random strangers. It's everyone.
Mm-hmm. Everyone in
Anyone could
general.
find it.
Yes, exactly.
Anyone could look at it and just be like, "What is this?"
Yep, and you can't take any of it back. It's
No.
printed, it's out there.
Yeah. Forever.
Forever.
Just
Yeah.
all the time. And they
All
could
the
look at
time.
it and read it and stick it on a shelf or not stick it on a shelf and do
Yeah.
whatever they want and think whatever they want. And you know what? They will, but
Yeah.
what an accomplishment, you know?
Thanks.
What an
Yes.
accomplishment. You should be very proud. Uh, and
Thank you.
I hope that you will continue to write because it is so wonderful. It is
Yes,
such
it
a
is.
wonderful thing to do for yourself.
Yes, and you too. I'm
Oh,
happy to
thank
hear. Yeah, it's
you.
nice talking to a fellow writer. So thank you very much for your awesome questions.
Oh, absolutely. It has been an absolute pleasure having you on the podcast with us this evening. This is all we have time to talk about for tonight, but guys, we will talk at you later. Thank you for listening to Some Good Tea. This podcast is possible because of wonderful listeners like you. We have grown because of you, so if you like what you hear, be sure to share, tell your friends and family, check out our website, somegoodtea.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We appreciate all of your support, and we will talk at you later.